hope you are as well. Where we're from today, I want to talk to you about foreigners in the USA as opposed to foreigners in the Philippines. Yeah, foreigners in the USA as opposed to foreigners in the Philippines. Yeah, awesome, my God. Hey, when you talk about foreigners, understand different countries, different cultures have a different conception about the reality of what a foreigner really is, and the reality of how a foreigner conducts himself, and the reality of how the finances of a foreigner person is. Now, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. When you're in the United States, you're a foreign person. Guess what, my guys? Most United States citizens would regard you as a poor person, as a person of no means, as a person of no substance, as a person that has trouble communicating. Yeah, and so most foreigners that are in the United States are actually looked down upon by United States citizens. That's just the way it is in the United States. Okay, but when you're talking about in the Philippines, foreigners here in this country are regarded in high status. In other words, if you're a foreigner in the Philippines, most of the time, many of the natives will consider you in high regard, at least as it pertains to financial status, wealth. You know, they look in the minds of the Filipinos. Foreigners are every foreigner that steps this land is rich. You know, like Rich James used to say, Rick James used to say, I'm rich, you know what, with a B on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm rich. They think that every foreigner in the Philippines is rich with a capital B, you know what the other word is, all right? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, but it's not the case. But I don't know what it takes. The acts of Congress, I don't know what it takes to get them to understand that even though you're in the Philippines as a foreigner, you may not be rich. You know, you may be well off, you may be middle class, you may be low class, poor class, high class, whatever, but you don't necessarily have to be rich. And I don't know what it is. You know, to this day, I've been in this country 8 years. Okay, and to this day, everybody that I know that's a Filipino here regards me as I'm a multi-millionaire. I'm not playing with you, man. That's the way it is here. But in the USA, foreigners in the United States, most people, I'm going to tell you to be honest with you, most United States citizens do not give foreigners the time of day. It's the way it is. Most United States don't regard foreigners in the United States as real citizens, and they're really not citizens, but they don't regard them as residents. Now, it's different here in the Philippines. You're regarded as a resident, you have rights, but most people think you're rich, and there's some other things that in the Philippines they think about foreigners. Number one, if you're an African American and you live in the Philippines, okay, you're a resident here, you're a tourist visa, permanent resident, whatever, they think that you're dumb. Dumb but rich. Go figure, man. Dumb but rich. Yeah, they think you're dumb. And not only that, they think you don't bathe. There's a whole lot of negative connotations that Filipinos have in their minds about foreigners here. Now in the USA, it's not that case. You don't think that the foreigners are dumb in the United States. Most residents don't. They think that they just don't know our rules. They don't know the ways. And they don't know what the standards are in the USA, and they have a long learning curve, and that's true. Out here in the Philippines, it's the same thing. When you first come out here, you don't know all the ways, the rules, the regulations, etc. So you have a learning curve to learn things, and it takes time. But out here, the people in the Philippines expect foreigners to know everything about their culture when they step foot in this land, and that's a huge problemo, because a lot of times the least little thing you do, Filipinos could take it the wrong way. So as a foreigner living in the Philippines, you have to be very, very careful that you don't go against their cultural morals and values and say something or do something that may put yourself in jeopardy. Now, let's talk about the rise of, I guess you would call, the rise of hatred, the rise of problems that many foreigners in the United States are having right now. You know, there's a lot of, let's be more specific, many Asian foreigners are having in the United States. A lot of the problems are, a lot of Asian foreigners are being beat up, and I don't condone violence in any form, shape, or fashion, whether the violence stems from the United States, Philippines, or any other country. It's wrong and it should be condemned, okay? But what happens is, a lot of times, United States citizens look at foreigners as second-class people that's not really real citizens or not really real humans. And so as a result of that, they have a tendency to take out their hatred, their violence, etc. on a foreign person versus an American citizen, and that is wrong. Okay? I don't know how that happens or why that happens, but it happens a lot. And Americans, if you're out there and you're dealing with a foreigner, an Asian, leave them alone. Don't put your hands on them. It's not right, it's wrong. Foreign people have rights just as well as native people. I'm here in the Philippines right now. Even though I'm not a Filipino citizen, I have rights as a resident here, okay? And I'm to be respected. And most people do respect that. But in the United States, it's a different case. They think that just because you're a foreigner there in the United States, you have no right. But you do have rights as a resident. You may not be a citizen yet, living in the United States, but you do have rights as a resident. Just like I'm not a citizen here in the Philippines, but I have rights as a resident of this country. So there's a lot of differences, and I'll probably extend this video. I want to talk about some more issues. I don't have time right now. I'm out here doing take care of some business downtown. But I'll probably extend this video. There's some other things I want to talk about. I want to go into more depth and more detail with you. But that's it for now. I just wanted to discuss a couple of things to let you guys understand some minor differences right now that I just picked up on. I was out here, and it just came to my mind. I'm a foreigner in a foreign land. But what happens when people are foreigners in the United States? How are they treated? And this thought just came in my mind, and I want to bring it to you, but I got some other ideas. I don't have the time to go into it right now because it's going to take me a long time. I'm out here downtown, and I'm out in the open, and I don't want to get into detail with it. I might just do a recorded video on that one. But that's it for now, guys. This is BobbieD saying take care, God bless, and peace. See you on the backside of tomorrow.